Good morning, retail traders. This is the Sneaky Snake trading strategy where we bring chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now and try to find the bottomless pit on a good stock. So today, speaking of bottomless pits, I'm going to go on the go woke or go broke trade today. And I've got 2 or 3, maybe 4 tickers that I'm going to speak about. But back in my day, I used to be a prize fighter. And I was a sponsor of Budweiser, wearing my old tranny bra. And finally, they got fed up with me, so they fired me. But even before that, we used to go out and party, have fun. We'd go to the park, state park down there at Table Rock Lake, bring our 8-gallon keg of Budweiser, drink it up, and drive on back home. We used to sit back in my old car, 8-gallon keg. It's me on the right. My friend Mark Bussell, rest in peace. He was a football star at Glendale High School. Big old boy. Had a beard when he was a freshman in high school and had a hairy chest. Very unusual for a young man at that age to look like he was 30 years old, but that was Mark Bussell and that was me. And I used to go out on dates, take my lady friends, and have Budweiser and have a good time. Hear me. I got a lady next to me with a cigar in my mouth and drinking a Budweiser, and she don't give a crap. She's enjoying having a good time, talking about the good things in life, not politics or other religion or anything like that. Just having a good time at a concert. This is back when I had my art gallery. I used to drink a lot of Budweiser back then. It ain't too far, about 25 years ago. So yeah, I'm not drinking that shit no more, as far as I care, and I'll tell you why. I was totally insulted by this chick, and I'll never forgive her.
So I had this super clear mandate. It's like we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand.
That's right.
What does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone.
Uh-oh.
We had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of fratty, kind of out of touch humor. And it was really important that we had another approach.
That's my approach.
Yeah, fratty is bad.
I wasn't a frat boy. I went to college after I got my GED, but I never was a frat boy. So yeah, that's just total insult. So we're going to look at the tickers now and tell you what the damage can do to a stock when you don't know how to market your company. So we're going to start off with Budweiser. I got TAP on here right now. I got the TAP on. So we're going to look at Bud. That's the topic right now. We're going to pull up the 3-year chart, and we're going to clean this all up. And I'm going to show you how to draw this out. Whoops. What I have here is a TTM chart that I use when I'm trading stocks. And I've been lately really getting off on showing what the head and shoulders is and the triple bottom and how to take these trades at a very lowest possible support that you could see. So I got a trend line right here. Got a support line right here. I'm going to draw the trend line where I think that support is, price line. And it's right off the bodies of these candles. And here's your lowest support. This is the neckline right here. See where that body comes down right there, and you got the wick and you got the body. So we're going to draw a trend line right across that. That's going to line up right here. And I got a support already down here for 51.99. Just in case this thing pulls back and hits that 51.99. Now this is the head. And this is the shoulder. And right up here is the neckline. And that's where we're going to draw the next price line right there. That's the neck. See? So you've got the head, the shoulder, and the neck. This is on the weekly, and we've had 4 weeks of just pure downtrend with a hammer right here. Last week still didn't hold up support. We needed a tweezer bottom to reverse this trade. So we're going to pull up the yearly chart now. I'm going to see if I see anything else in here that I might have missed. We've got the snake for sure, so we're going to draw that in. We draw a trend line from the body of that candle to the body of the next highest candle, which is right about, see, it's right there. And we'll pull this down and hit that body. Well, we should have probably got them. Let's do that. Right there. So there's your snake. Now you can see we had a breakout with a hammer and it run into the 9 EMA. This is how I use these moving averages in this trade. If I didn't have the moving averages, I wouldn't be able to make a successful trade. I would be able to, but it wouldn't be as accurate and probably wouldn't be as many. So we got to break the 9 before it becomes resistance. If it does break the 9, then we run it straight to the 200 and get out of the trade. We run straight to the 200 and get out of the trade. But when the sneaky snake trading strategy, you have the snake, you have the breakout, and then you get the pullback, and then you get the boom. So this thing needs to pull back to a double bottom. Now that double bottom's right here on this, whoops. The double bottom's on that candle there. Right at 59.93. Then you got another support line right in here with these two bodies of these two candles. So we're going to go ahead and put a price line right there at 54.35. That's your first support, and then your second one is going to be the top. I got an alert set for the top of this candle right here, just in case we pull back and we have a higher low. Snake, breakout, pull back with a higher low, and then boom, up to the 200 SMA. So we have the snake, breakout, and then pull back to this channel right in here. If you see that channel down there between 52.93 and 53.46, that could be a very strong buy to come up and break the double top and then run it up to the 200. So yeah, Budweiser has been in decline since she opened her mouth, not before. If they just knew how to market their beer, Budweiser would still be number one. It's not no more. The next one we're going to talk about is TAP. TAP just got an upgrade and it broke a double top, which is right there, which now becomes support at 65.74. Now I've got an alert set for this neckline, shoulder line off this head and shoulders. So this could easily pull back, find support off that neck, and then run back up. Off that shoulder, and then run back up and break resistance. And that resistance will be, if you draw a line from there to there and extend that out to the right, that'll be your hard resistance. Once it comes down and pulls back and creates that shoulder and then bounces back up and breaks the triple top. But we're overextended. Now, when you play a sympathy play to another stock, it's just a scout. It's a small day trade. It's something that you don't want to swing long because it will come back down. The only reason this is going up is because of Budweiser. And it's gaining market cap because of Budweiser. Nobody's going to buy that crap. And then the next one we're going to talk about, it's going to be Target. Target did break low support. I'm quite surprised about this. I thought it would go ahead and just double bottom and then bounce on up, but it also got a downgrade. The downgrades are effective right now because at first the fat cats didn't want the dip. You know, they were just going to go ahead and play it, figured it would sizzle out and would be okay. A lot of people like Target. That Stephanie Link, she talks about Target all the time for years. It's one of her best investments, and I know she's crying right now. There ain't been much out of her lately talking about this stock, and I messaged her. I said, "You still supporting it?" After they targeted kids, and no comment. So we've got the snake breakout, and now we've got the pullback, but it broke support. So this thing could drop more. It could drop more. I got a $120 price target on it now that it did break support. But also we could come in here next week, have another good little pullback, and then maybe start to bounce back up and have a triple top break. I personally thought Target would be the less affected, but the fact that they put a lot of this crap in the children's section, it's literally disgusting. I don't care if they put it just keep our children out of it. I'm talking about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds. So got snake breakout pullback, and like I said, man, it broke a solid support. It could drop down more and then have a nice little bounce back up and try to break that resistance. No higher than 132 for right now. What's the other one? We got Bud, Target, Nike. Nike's also had some problems here. Same thing, go woke, go broke. Now, I'm going to clean this up so y'all can see what I'm doing. Whoops. So we got it all cleared up now. And first thing I spot on the yearly chart is this big old head. So we're going to draw a support line, price line on the neck. So that's solid support right there. There's your head, and you got your shoulders right here. Then you got another little support level right there. I'm just coming up here where I see consistency. See, here's your big head right here. This is a yearly head, and this is just however far back it goes. But there's your shoulder, and then you got your big head. This cup and handle where it breaks out. But in this example, we're going to call it it could be a cup and handle, but we're going to call it an inverse head and shoulders, where it breaks out and then it pulls back to that shoulder line. And then it has the big breakout to the upside. This is Nike. So they took a big hit. Big hit. We got another snake. Women aren't happy about this one either. I stand up for the woman. I was always a stand up for the woman and breaking the glass ceiling back in the 70s and the 80s and now the hell with the woman. It's just horrible. Insulting to the woman. You got women that are athletes that work all their life to run a decathlon, to go state, to go to the Olympics. Then all of a sudden you get a she-man that goes in there and acts like a woman, and they're built different, they spit different, they sweat different, they talk different, and they're just stronger genetically, and it's just not fair to the woman. Set them aside. Do like they do Special Olympics. You know, are you going to put a Special Olympic person in with a 200, a very strong athlete? No, you're not going to do it. So why are you putting these trannies, these men, in with the women? It makes no sense. None at all. And it's an insult on the women and sports. So yeah, Nike, pew, right to you. So this thing fell down, broke out of resistance out of the snake, and it's pulled back. Now, we can find support. Nike, I don't think will be as affected as Budweiser would be, but it did get affected because it is going woke and it went broke. It's lost a big market cap too, and the earnings are probably going to be affected by it. So we're at the point now where we broke out of the snake. It can pull back to a double bottom and have a nice little bounce off the double bottom. At 103.54, and then bounce back up and try to find some resistance up around 108.38. No higher than that. That would be a pretty good spot. If it did break out and it did decide to go ahead and break that 108.38, I think this is probably your best bet out of the ones that I've mentioned so far. Because they're just not, I mean, they got shoes, and they're not going to lose Nike customers over shoes. So yeah, solid support in this channel between 103.54 and 104.62, and a resistance to break at 108.38 all the way up to the 200 SMA. If it does break that resistance at 108, could be a nice scalp coming this week. I'd definitely be watching it because we are out of the snake now, and it's got to do now is pull back and have a boom. But those are my woke and go broke stocks. I wish everybody a great trading week this week. If you want to sponsor a good man, Bud Light, you can donate to the link down below. And it's in the content through PayPal. And that'll be it. Y'all have a great day. Retail traders, this is the Sneaky Snake trading strategy.